What would you say was the biggest impact that happened to you in lockdown?
Losing people you've known in work to COVID.
Hello,
What's your name?
my name's Ahmed Hawken.
Stephen Jones.
My name is Lewis.
My name's Ethan Martin Lawan.
My name's Crystal.
Apollo John.
My name's Mike Harron.
I'm called Thaddeus.
Zoe Haran.
My name's Shannon.
What do you study in this college?
I study creative media level 3 and I'm on year 2.
Beauty.
I study media, I do.
The creative media.
Currently, I'm taking creative media, and beyond that, not much else.
The NHS.
Performing arts.
Health and social care level 2.
Creative media level 3, year 2.
Creative media level 3, year 1.
I'm a network architect. I work for a global IT company.
It's the first time you've ever been interviewed?
Technically, yes.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, I've been interviewed in person and in my house and on TV.
Nice.
Don't ask about the TV.
It certainly is.
I got interviewed for Youth Worker of the Year.
Not that I remember. Not for a while, no.
Yeah, first time I've been properly interviewed, you know?
You nervous?
Not really. Kind of, you know.
Not really, not really.
How did you cope with lockdown, the first lockdown that happened?
Probably animation, honestly. Just something I picked up in the early days of lockdown and stuck with it, sinking many hours into various animations over the time. Personally, it's like with people. Like going online, talking to my friends on Discord. Shout out to friends. And just talking to people, trying to get my mind off it, you know? Because I feel like if it was like going through that alone, it'd be really rough, really lonely and stuff. So I feel like people really like helped me get through that, definitely.
It wasn't easy because everything moved to online. So I got distracted and didn't do much work.
Was it hard not seeing friends and family?
Yeah, it was not easy. Got Discord now these days, so I would go on call with them and just play games.
Playing along with my friends, really, there was nothing better to do. That and exercising really was what kept me, like, going. I didn't see my cousin for, like, almost a year when COVID first hit, so, you know, once the lockdown, you know, went away, we just met up straight away, like.
Quite difficult at times,
Okay.
but it wasn't too bad.
I think I definitely struggled. It was probably college which most impacted me because it was the first year of media, so it made it quite hard for a lot of stuff.
It was a struggle to cope.
At some points, definitely. I'd definitely get some points where I was quite down and I would struggle to cope with that. Not seeing people was a big struggle because that was it. There's very little social stuff. Even playing video games with people didn't help too much. It's because seeing people, giving someone a hug, giving your uncle, aunt, grandparent a hug, such a big thing. And it helps with mental health and those things so much.
I cope pretty well, to be honest with you. I mean, I've worked from home for, well, at least 10 years. The biggest impact would have been not being able to socialise as much. Being a father of 3, I don't socialise much anyway. But that would have been the biggest downside. The biggest issue would have been then the effect on other members of the family. So, you know, we had my youngest daughter was affected quite a lot. Mental health, anxiety, separation issues as a result of lockdown and being, you know, in one place for, you know, almost 12, 18 months. So yeah, the biggest effect wasn't necessarily on me, but on other people.
I would say I coped all right. It wasn't like a shock to my life, but it was definitely something I haven't experienced before. It was really different. I don't think the world experienced something like that before.
That I needed to do lockdown to start with. I never left my room.
Did it impact you at all?
No. It didn't change anything about my life.
It was alright. I liked that. Boring. I got to sleep all day, so it was alright.
What was the biggest impact on you during lockdown?
I think like just remembering how good it feels to actually be places without any like restrictions. There's still some restrictions here and there, but mostly it feels like it's normal again. It felt completely different having to go around like social distancing and like the masks and everything. So I feel like just seeing people's faces again, seeing like smiles, seeing people just live their lives, can't take that for granted, can you?
Pressures in work on the NHS.
Okay.
Losing people you've known in work to COVID.
I went through some mental health struggles. I deal with mental health anyway, but lockdown was really hard. So you couldn't obviously see anyone and, you know. Well, back in 2019, I lost my teeth to an accident. So I had to see the dentist a lot, but it wasn't easy because they had fully booked appointments, and due to COVID, they had to make major separations in time.
Your teeth fully blind now?
Yeah, I hope.
When else I've interviewed, COVID is something that you benefited from, something that you've enjoyed.
Sort of. I understand that it's hurt a lot of people, but for me personally, it was fun.
COVID started 2 years ago now. If you had to relive COVID 2020 again, what would you do to prepare yourself mentally and physically?
Buy more games.
Just make sure I don't lose touch with my mates, really, you know. Sitting at home all day doing not much, just, you know, just boring.
Actually keep the good people in my life, not the wrong ones. Because I kept the wrong ones in last lockdown, so.
I probably would have done a lot more creative stuff, like, because I'm in creative media, I wish I worked on more projects, because I had a lot of time where I could have just gone out for a walk up in the mountains, because people don't live up there. I could have made some projects or worked on some music, but I spent most of my days just sitting around.
I think probably get used to just doing things online more online classes. Get a better sleep schedule for that time, definitely. Because that was like one of the harder parts, is not going outside. So sleep would be really weird because I would have too much energy, but wouldn't be able to go anywhere and like do things to get rid of the energy.
Probably exercise more. You know, I lack in exercise these days, and try and do the work, you know, so I don't have to stress about it in the near future.
I'd probably look at doing more cycling and stuff. I don't think I got out enough doing that stuff while I could. And I think I would probably get myself to sit down and do more practice for media stuff.
Oh, well, mentally it was fine. There was no issue at all. I don't suffer with stress or anything like that, or depression. I think physically, maybe I should have exercised more, because it's quite easy to sit in your house and okay, go for walks, but I think maybe exercise a little bit more in the home gym would have been more appropriate than just pile on the pounds, you know what I mean? So
in your profession of work, how did you think that COVID affected your workplace?
Well, there was just extra pressures with staff shortages, staff being lost, losing staff to COVID. It was just a new experience for everyone.
It's just shortage of staff, so, you know, they didn't have as much staff as they needed at the time. And when I was in level 1 2 years back, I had a few classmates go into hospital to help out. So they dropped out of college to help the NHS.
I think so, because again, everything to do with like our area is you have to be on set, be around people, talk to people, be face to face with people. And I feel like the whole COVID thing made it so it had to be done online, and sometimes you can't really express how you'd want some things to be done through like an online screen. You have to be like in there, in person, maybe show like some shots of some things. So yeah, I feel like it has kind of affected the industry, but I feel like it's adapted so that if it was to happen again, I feel like it'd go around better this time.
My company probably, like most technology companies, made a lot of money during lockdown. What you tend to find with technology companies, if you take the likes of, well, people everyone know Netflix, right, and Amazon and Disney, they made a lot of money through people subscribing to streaming services. Companies, people who sell laptops and other network components made an awful lot of money because people wanted to buy home consoles and laptops when they were in lockdown for things to do. IT companies like mine and others made a lot of money.
Very much, Steph.
No problem.
Appreciate it.
You too.
Here you go. Thank you.
Thank you.
Many more to come.
Many more to come. Good luck with your nursing career.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for being here today. I appreciate it.
Thanks.